Another good night's sleep on the hardwood floor of the outlet cut. I'm getting up a little bit extra early this morning. It's not even well. It's almost daylight out. It's well, according to the tablet, 5:30 in the morning. All the lights are on at the farm. We get a light even out here, even so. Don't mind at all sleeping out here. Although a little padding on the floor wouldn't hurt. Actually, I could probably maybe sleep in one of these chairs. Might be a little bit better. Let's go to the farm and we'll wait for this person to show on up. Hopefully they show up kind of early this morning. So I can, maybe I got some questions. We can talk over like a cup of coffee. Ooh, coffee. That does sound good. Anyways, let's head to the farm and we'll wait for him to show up. Well, once again, I'm not getting up early enough. This person's starting to be like Santa Claus. They just deliver at night, and you never know when they're going to be here. All right, let's see what this envelope has to say. I see you planted barley. Good choice. Nice of you to do maintenance on the tractor and combine. Since you seem to know what you are doing and have made the farm money, your spending limit for the day for equipment will be $25,000. If I see you are spending it foolishly, then your privileges will be removed. P.S. Why are you sleeping in the outlet cut? Well, I put the groceries away. Yeah, well, now I got some time to kill for daylight. So again, I don't know when this person is arriving. Now let's go over here. Oh, we got crops in the field, and we also have some weeds. I would like to take care of them. Well, they did say I can spend up to $25,000, but we don't have $25,000. I got 14. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I would like to fertilize this. What can we do for fertilizer? Oh, let's go to the catalog and see what we got here. Well, here's one for 20. Here's one for 18. The one for 20,000 only does fertilizer. The one for 18 does fertilizer and lime. So that'd be my way to go. But yeah, we don't have the 18. And then, if I do buy it, then I'm not going to be able to buy fertilizer and or lime to put on the field. So that may have to wait for our harvest. Let's see. We do have some weeds on the ground, as we do see. And I think I saw something in the shed over here. Hang on a second here. I really need to study this a little bit more. I don't see. I'm going to need my light in here. The light comes on nicely. I think this right here would be a nice little weeder to grab, he says. Let me go ahead and bring it on outside here. Probably should wait until daylight hours before I do anything around here. So maybe what I'll do is I'll go inside and that is a weeder. We will go ahead and weed the field today. Don't want the weeds in there when we do combining. And yeah, I don't know. What I may do tonight is when I go to bed, I may put my own envelope on the door with some questions, and maybe I'll get some answers that way. I don't know. So, I mean, they seem to know what I'm doing around here, but I can't seem to ask them any questions. I mean, I got questions, but they're not answering the questions that I need. So, I'm going to go ahead and go inside, have some breakfast. We'll wait for the sun to rise up. I wonder how long it's going to take me to weed this field. I like to do it before the middle of the day where it starts to get really warm out. Well, I'm giving this weeder a go here, and I can see where it's going to be a little time taking, but I really don't have nothing else to do around the farm here. But I don't know how long I can do this for. This is a lot of physical exercise for darn sure. And it's hard to see where you've been when just staring at the ground. And it can get people dizzy. But I mean, it does work. Man, this is a lot of weeding I'd have to do. I'm not sure if I'm up for this. And especially after I had a pretty big breakfast. Nice of them to bring some a dozen eggs and some bacon. and there was some orange juice in there, which is really good for you. Vitamin C. I'm trying to figure out this weeder a little bit. It's got a little bit of a working with to it, but not much. But some weeds I'm like right on, and it's not taking care of them, and other ones it is, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, let me go ahead. Let me go into the store menu here. I don't have much cash, but what do we got for weeders? 18,000, which is something else we don't have. Well, here's the weeder at the store. $43 for this weeder. I mean, I think our best bet would be one of these, but they're 45, which is over my spending limit. So I guess I'd have to leave a note in the envelope saying, what about a weeder? Weeds are not good when you're harvesting, for darn sure. Yeah, I'm just not sure if I'm cut out for weeding this whole field at once. What I may have to do is just break up into some sections here, just like do a little bit now and go do some other work. I mean, I do have a tractor and a plow. I guess I could go ahead and make another field somewhere. And yesterday afternoon, since I had plenty of time, after doing some maintenance work on the combine in the afternoon hours, I kind of walked around a bit, and yeah, I kind of had an idea of if I were to expand the farm, what would I be doing? So I think we're going to go ahead and plow in a field today. I don't know how much of the field I'll get done because it's not that big of a plow, and yeah, my expectations for the field, I don't know. It might be too big for what we have, but if I want to bring in money to this farm here and I'm staying here, I want to make sure I earn my keep. Yeah, this is going to take a while for sure. I'm not sure if I'm cut out for this manual labor. Probably shouldn't be stressing myself out too much either. I was thinking about doing just a little bit of work also around the front of the cabin itself. We got weeds and such around there. Take care of the weeds and kind of give the yard a little bit of a tune-up. It's a good thing I did plow the soil beforehand, just because it has made the soil a little bit loose, so it makes the weeds come out just a little bit easier. I mean, I'm not doing that bad of a job really by hand. Alright, so maybe I'll just finish this row up down here. This little section that I'm doing at the bottom of the field. And then I'll go ahead and take a break. We'll grab the Fendt tractor. We'll hitch up the plow to it, and I think we'll start digging up some soil and make another field somewhere. Yeah, this job will wear you out doing it all by hand. I got a decent amount done for the size of the field that we have, and I think I'm going to call it quits for now. Wore myself out quite a bit doing that. And it can get you kind of dizzy too, just staring at the ground, trying to get all the weeds. But I'll make a couple more passes just to make myself feel better. Just push myself a little bit. It can get kind of dizzy trying to stare at the ground and get the weeder into the ground. Probably not the way you should be using the weeder, but it's the way I'm using it. And yeah, not the best way to do it. I think we're getting like about a half a meter at a time when I'm going across, which isn't too bad, really. But I don't want to do this many times, especially for what I have plans for to do the rest of today. I don't want to be weeding any more fields. So hopefully this crop will be ready tomorrow and we can harvest it and go ahead and just sell it right away. And we can get enough cash to get ourselves something that we can just haul behind a tractor and take care of it that way. Now the question I was going to ask them this morning was, of course we planted barley, and I know I can get straw from barley, The thing is, I don't know where to bring the straw to, and I don't have no way to pick up the bales. So I don't have like any kind of front loader or bale spike or anything like that. So not only that, I also don't have a baler either. So I think I'll probably just have to go ahead and chop up the straw if I can. I don't know if this combine can do that or not. If the combine has the option to chop it up, I think we'll have to chop it up because I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to bale this stuff up. Yeah, I said it was done, and here I am. It's kind of addicting trying not. You want to get all the weeds out. I'm the type of person that would like to get the field 100%, but it's not going to happen on my first try around, I don't think. All right, let me go ahead and put the weeder away for now. And I need to take a little bit of a break from doing that. Can I just let's just put it right here outside. So, I mean, not too bad, but not the greatest, but for, an hour and a half's worth of work, that's pretty good. But the thing is, the weeds are going to grow a little bit more, and it might be a little bit harder to get on out. So I need the plow. Let me go ahead, and I think we'll move the cultivator out because I will need a cultivator eventually after we plow it, of course. There we go, hitch that up. And now let's grab our, I keep saying hour, but I don't know who's to call it. Have yet to meet this person. And there we go. Got the hoses attached. Go ahead and lift that up. Why am I stuck? Oh, was it stuck underneath the trailer? Didn't look like it was, but... So I'm walking around yesterday afternoon after fixing the combine and putting it away. I remember when I was fixing the windmill and I was up there, I kind of saw like a little bit of a path that went on through here. Kind of went around this way and brought me out back, and I saw this nice little kind of a flat area out here. So... You know, I just assume make a field out here, I suppose. Let's see, can I rotate this one? I should be able to rotate this plow. That folds it in. Been a while since I rotated a plow. Oh, B to turn plow. I knew that. And we'll back it up to about here. No, that's too far. Too far. Allow to create fields. Alright. Yeah, let's see what trouble I can get myself into. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm just digging up grass, and he'll tell me later on that he doesn't approve of such things, but... Oh, yeah, this plow is a little bit heavy for this tractor, I think, but it works. We'll stay on this side of the tree. I do have a chainsaw to cut down some trees, but like I said, I'm not sure this is even our land. So I'm not sure. I don't want to be cutting down trees because I can't put a tree back in, but we can always I suppose replant grass down if they need us to. But definitely getting a fertilizer spreader and a lime spreader would definitely help out the farm, I think. So, I mean, once I get enough cash to do that, we'll probably do so. I assume somewhere about there is good. And head off in this general direction. Hopefully, I'm somewhere in the vicinity of where I started on the first path. If not, I'll make it work somehow. And then it's just a matter of... Oh yeah, this will work just out pretty good. Just a matter of getting the rest of the field all plowed in. Then, of course, we'll cultivate it. And then, of course, I'll have to see how much seed I have. And then we'll go ahead and seed it. Well, let's just keep digging on in here, and we'll get ourselves another field, and, you know, hopefully no one has a problem with it. Like I said, there's always ways to fix things. Well, overall, not too bad, although it sounds like I hit a few big kind of rocks here and there. I'll have to inspect the plow later on, give it a good look over and make sure it doesn't need any new spades or rehammering out or something like that, because one of them did spin the tractor around a little bit, so I'll have to definitely do an inspection of the plow here later on. But we now have another field. I'm not going to plant anything in the field today just to be sure. I don't want to plant something here and find out that we don't own this land. But I will go ahead and cultivate it, because either way, if they want the land back to grass, I want to, you know, replant some seed of grass in here. But for now, we have another field. And it didn't take me too long, just a little while. And at least it'll double our production here on this farm. I'm going to say it's maybe just about the same size as the other field. And the one thing about being out here is it does allow us a chance to expand this field, but with the size of equipment that we have, it may not be the best idea to expand fields bigger than we have right now. But if I can get 3 fields like this size going at once, I think we're doing pretty good. Bringing cash some cash slowly here, and once I can get a proper conversation with the farm owner, what's going on, then yeah, maybe I can figure out what I'm doing around here. Until I can figure out who I am and where I need to be going, I'm pretty much staying here because I don't know where to go. But like I said, the disturbing thing is there's like no one around here, and I haven't been able to speak to anyone about anything. But like I said, I think tonight, before I go to bed, is I'm going to leave a note on the door in case I miss them again. And I'm going to just post some questions to them, and hopefully they'll have some answers. I am going to park this into our shed for now, just because. Actually, let me rotate this around the other way. And make sure I can get it in here a little bit better. I think that'll be good. Let's go ahead and lower it down. Detach the hydraulics, and then drop the plow down. And now for the next step, which is cultivate the field that we just made. Yeah, this tractor, I would say it's on the limit of the plow in a way. It's just because it was lifting up the tractor a little bit. Is that on allowed create fields? Why is it cultivating there for? Alright. Let's zip back over and get to cultivating where we were. Well, I mean, I wanted to fix up the front yard anyway, so I guess that's not too bad of a thing. Go ahead and lower that down. Now we can go ahead and cultivate this field and get it ready for some seeding. Plus, also, if we have enough money at some point, I would say I would need $25,000 to buy that spreader, and then buy some fertilizer as well. It is a little bumpy back here. I think I'm going over an old road that used to be here. So we'll get this all set for tomorrow. And I guess in the envelope I will pose a question of what they would like me to plant here. I mean, they kind of told me in the other field to plant barley, which we did. But that's when I realized later on is, well, I don't have a baler. Nor do I know a place that takes bales at the moment if I were to sell them. We got bales in the shed, but those bales are so old I don't think they're worth anything. If I could bring them anywhere as well. So yeah, I'm just not sure what's going on. It does seem to handle the cultivator rather well, though. I mean, it handles the plow just as fine when it's down, but when you lift it up and take some corners, the front end does want to come up a little bit. I am thinking, though, since we don't have a baler of any sorts to pick up straw, maybe plant, like, I don't know, some soybean probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe even some canola. I'm thinking some kind of oilseed crop would be good. hopefully, yeah, we're getting this field done rather quickly here this morning. So that's going to allow me some time in the afternoon just to, well, take my time in a way to get the rest of that field behind us, all weeded out. It'll take me some time to do, but I have nowhere to go, apparently. Yeah, I did try the TV in the cabin last night, and yeah, that TV's not pick up anything. The only thing it really has is rabbit ears to pick up TV signals. And those really don't work anymore too much. Not that there's a TV station nearby that I could pick up a signal with anyways. And I have tried the tablet a couple times trying to get a location and whatnot of where I am, and really the only thing I'm finding out is I have access to the store, and that's pretty much it. I know the weather, time of day, how much cash the farm does have, and access to the catalog to the store. That's basically it. I can't seem to access anything else out. When I do try to access other things, it just says, you know, out of service. So the other thing I got to take consideration is I can't have too many fields here, because if I were to have so many fields, it would be nice, but then it would start, you know, it might be too work for one person. I have to hire help. There's no one here. So hiring workers, not going to be a thing. Unless someone happens to show up, and that'd be great, but yeah, I can't even talk to the person that owns the farm, really. So I don't want to expand too much around here. Then again, I'm not sure if I should be expanding at all. I have no idea. I hope he owns this land that we're here on. Maybe he can, at some point, maybe I'll ask him a question about having a map, so I know which land that he owns and which land he doesn't own. I don't know if he wants me to cut down any trees or not to do some more wood chips and get money that way, because that definitely helped us out the other day, getting us a good head start here on the farm and getting us some cash. It'll allow me to buy seed and fertilizer. But now that I know I can have a little bit of leniency on what I can buy, $25,000 a day on equipment, it seems like a lot at first, but really when you start looking at equipment, there's not much that I will have access to. Not that I should have access to it, because it's not my money, not my farm. But apparently he's putting some trust in me to do so at the beginning. I suppose since the farm had no money, and right now the farm is approaching $20,000 in a day or two, I suppose he thinks I have a good head on my shoulders, maybe. But then again, if he only knew that I didn't know who I was. Don't have a really good head on your shoulders when you don't know who you are. Well, there we go. Field number 2. Let me just whip out the tablet so I can see what time of day it is. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I think probably the best thing to do is bring the cultivator back to the farm, drop that off, and just relax us a little bit for the next hour or two. Maybe make some lunch. Maybe go sit out on the dock a little bit, relax by the pond. And then this afternoon I'll get back to work on weeding that field over here. I mean, I get done when I get done, right? And also maybe while I'm at it, I do have a chainsaw and, of course, a weeder, a hand weeder, and I'll fix up this front yard just a little bit, try to make it look a little bit better. Just spice up just a little bit. As for the outhouse, though, I'm not quite sure I know exactly what I should be doing with that. Let's go ahead and detach that. Let's go ahead and park everything back where it was. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, this shed's going to work fine for a while. I'm just trying to figure out the layout of it. That's all. I think where everything's parked is probably the best way. Because, I mean, if I use a plow, I'm not going to use a plow all the time. Then the cultivator I probably will have to use because I don't think this is a direct drill. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, the combine's the only thing that's kind of in the back, but that's fine. That's all good. Yeah, so I'm thinking... Yep, got a little of a field there now. Just thinking, yeah, we'll go ahead and maybe I'll take care of some of the weeds up here. Take them out and just try to make it pure grass. Actually, a mower wouldn't be a bad thing either, but I don't think I have any place to sell bales or anything like that. So yeah, I need to get back to weeding this field, but I'm going to do that in the afternoon when after I have some lunch, get some food in my belly, give me some good energy. I mean, I probably got like what 15% of the field done. It's not too bad, but I'll get the rest of it done. But that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you right here back in no man's land. But until then, have a good one.